Hello, everybody. Jess Lohse with another weekly update for SBCA, Structural Building Components Association. It is the week of July 20th. Happy birthday, Toby, my buddy. But beyond that, Abby, I believe, has got a birthday coming up on Sunday, too. So, Abby from our team, I almost forgot about that, but I remember from earlier in the week. But happy birthday to Abby and everybody else that's having birthdays this week. So, I'm obviously not in the office. I am at another hotel room in Minneapolis this time. We had the joint leadership meetings with TPI. So the TPI board, they had a meeting, for the last couple of days, kind of yesterday in the afternoon, and we were planning to go this morning, but we were talking about different issues, and our SBCA executive committee comes in. So it really gives an opportunity for each association to be able to talk to us, the leadership between the two on a variety of issues, because we overlap on so many things. It's nice to make sure that, we know what's going on with each of the organizations. There aren't any surprises, and we can communicate things, whether they're good, bad, or otherwise. But overall, good set of meetings. Thank you to all of the TPI board members, all of our exec members that traveled in. It was great to see everybody. We had dinner last night, but we also talked about like the BCSI updates and things that we've been working on there and how that's going to impact, because it does impact the TPI members as it does SBCA members and then users. And that's why we've got them as part of the process, as well as a lot of NFC members as well, giving their perspective on BCSI. But other things are, ANSI standards, things that we can be working on there, and what TPI will do, as well as SBCA's perspective on things, a collaboration with NCSEA, National Council of Structural Engineers Association. We've been working there to try to, bring them in to see, how do we promote components? How do we drive the understanding amongst engineers, specifically structural engineers? So it's great work that we've been doing there with our team, as well as TPI, and then other like code cycle proposals to make sure that, we are taking a role in participating in updating the code cycle in the codes to make sure that, it takes a few years to make it happen, but that we are, actively engaged there and trying to make things a little bit better, a little bit easier for component manufacturers and essentially truss plate manufacturers to be operating within that realm as well. Beyond that, this week also went to Milwaukee, where we're hosting BCMC coming up October 7th through the 11th. If you've not registered, go do it right now, because you don't want to be stuck out in the cold. You don't want to not register, not have a hotel room, or not be able to make your travel plans. So put it on the calendar. The convention center is finished. It had been under construction, and it's always one of those when they say, oh, it's under construction, like, when is it going to be done? But they're hosting the Republican National Convention coming up, I believe, in July. We were pretty confident that they'd get it done for that. Obviously, our sessions in October will allow that to, be really broken and well operating by then. But it looks amazing. They did a great job with it. They remodeled a lot of the interior, and then they added on. So, it's going to be a little bit different than what we've had in Milwaukee in years past, but still should be a great option. Then one of the things that we really looked at when Ali and I were there is, how are we going to get people between the levels? Because it's very much a vertical oriented convention center, as opposed to spread out like last year in Indy. So really, the first floor is going to be meeting rooms, for MyTech, Ford, Alpine, Eagle, Simpson. They have meeting rooms that they want to talk with their customers or prospective customers. Those will be on the first floor, kind of the ground level. Second floor is going to be education sessions. I believe that's where we're going to put registration as well. Makes sense, and it'll be kind of in a decent area, centralized, and we can point people in the right direction after that from the registration. Plus, it's nice having the education rooms all one, next to each other. That way you can go out of one and into the next one between the sessions. Third floor, and this is counterintuitive, but that's where the exhibit hall is. And that is, great to, have the ability to do that. But, obviously they made some construction moves there that allow all of our heavy machinery, that not only the gantries and the stuff that you see, but you think about the trucks that get it in and out. So that's always something that our exhibitors look at, that we look at as staff, is how are we going to get things in and out. Viper, that we team up with to move those things in and out, does a great job. So third story will be the exhibit, and then a brand new fourth story, which they didn't previously had, and it's only accessible via the north building. So you'll hear that a lot from us, because we want you to get to the right place at the right time. But the fourth story is going to be where we have the ballroom for our general education or general sessions, meaning the keynote, the econ speakers, the round tables, those sort of things. So, we'll have signage. That's really what we're doing, is planning the signage, but make sure that you kind of understand the 4 different levels. We might color code it, but we'll try to make it as intuitive and approachable as possible, just knowing that you're going to spend a lot of time on escalators when you go between the floors. And the escalators seem to be looking great. They got a lot of them. It's just a matter of, there's a few things, especially if you're coming from the Hilton, that you need to navigate, but we'll get you there. It's one of those that I'm excited about, but it is a communication effort. And this is just kind of kicking that off. So look for that for several different things. Beyond that, we've got the OQM coming up in a couple of weeks in Bellevue, Washington. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to being in the area. I'm hopeful find somewhere with some oysters. I always love oysters in the Seattle area. But beyond that, just looking forward to a great set of meetings. We've got a lot of the good things going with the education. We're going to be really focused on innovation, to where we're going to be talking about the Innovative Housing Showcase, what went on there, as well as our trip to Europe, seeing what we had there. So we're going to have some panels along with other committee members and our committee meetings and whatnot, but and of course our board meeting. So looking forward to seeing all the people that are going to be attending that. It's always great to catch up. But with that, I think I've gone over my time once again. But till next week, peaks up, press on, and we'll talk to you all a little bit later. Goodbye.